Midnight terror on the subway. The subway platform was eerily quiet, save for the distant hum of a train approaching. Clara, a blonde dancer still clad in her rehearsal outfit, a sleek black leotard and a flowing skirt, waited alone. Her hair was pulled back into a bun, and her ballet slippers hung loosely from her bag. She was exhausted, but relieved to finally be heading home after a grueling day. The train screeched to a halt, and Clara stepped into the dimly lit car. She froze. The seats were empty, but the floor wasn't. It was crawling. Hundreds of rats scurried over each other, their tiny claws clicking against the metal floor. Their beady eyes glinted in the flickering fluorescent lights. Clara's heart pounded as she backed toward the door, but it had already slid shut with a mechanical hiss. She clung to the nearest pole, lifting her feet off the floor as a sea of rodents surged around her. The train jolted forward, the lights flickering erratically. Clara's breath came in shallow gasps as the rats swarmed, their squeaks mixing with the rhythmic clatter of the train. She clambered onto a seat, her eyes scanning for any escape. The train car seemed endless, the rats relentless. They climbed over the seats, their claws scratching at the fabric, getting closer. One leapt toward her, and Clara swatted it away with her bag, her movements a desperate dance in the cramped space. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, the train began to slow. Clara's eyes widened as she saw the next station's lights glowing faintly in the distance. The rats seemed agitated, their movement more frantic. With a final lurch, the train stopped, and the doors slid open. Clara didn't hesitate. She leapt from the seat, dodging the rats on the platform, and ran for the stairs. The swarm didn't follow. It seemed they were bound to the train. Reaching the surface, she collapsed onto the pavement, her breath heaving. The city lights flickered above her, indifferent to her ordeal. She looked back toward the subway entrance, but the rats and the train were gone, swallowed by the darkness below. Clara rose, shaking but alive, and whispered to herself, "Never again after midnight.